vision. Morning, grab your coffee, passion, and let's plan with
the calling.
It's
Coffee in
Plansational
my
Sunday.
cup and my purpose is
Before the week
talking. I
begins,
open my planner, I breathe
we
and
pause with
believe.
purpose.
This week has
We don't
blessings
just hope for a
waiting
better
on
week.
me. No more rushing, no more delay. I'm taking. The sun is rising, my dreams are calling. Coffee in my cup and my
Passionpreneur.
purpose is talking. I
It's
open.
Plansational Sunday. Good morning before the week begins. Passionpreneurs, we pause with purpose. It's Plansational Sunday. We don't just hope for a better week. Before the week begins, we plan for one. We pause with purpose. We
The
don't
sun
just
is
hope for a better
rising,
week.
my dreams are calling.
We plan for
Coffee
one.
in my cup and my purpose is talking. I
sun
open
is
my planner, I
rising,
breathe
my
and
dreams are calling.
believe.
Coffee
This
in
week
my
has
cup and my
blessings
purpose
waiting
is
on me.
talking.
I open
No
my
more
planner,
rushing,
I
no
breathe
more
and believe. This week has
taking
blessings
my
waiting
power
on
back
me.
today with
No
every
more
goal
rushing,
and
no
more
every
delay.
line. I'm building my
taking
business
my
one block
power
at a
back
time.
today with
I don't
every
move by
goal
pressure, I
and
move by
every
design.
line.
I'm
I
building
don't
my
waste my
business
moments,
one
I
block
don't
at a time. My vision is clear, I move by design. This is the week I've been waiting on. My vision is clear, my focus is strong. This is the week I've been waiting on. Every hour I build my dream. I am the architect, purpose, my schedule has power. With every hour I build my dream. My plans have visions, my schedule has power. I'm guiding my life, one person to prove. One decision, one bold none, one faithful step. I got something to prove. This week is in.
Good morning, passionpreneurs. It's Plansational Sunday. Before the week begins, we pause with purpose. We don't just hope for a better week. We plan for one.
The sun is rising, my dreams are calling. Coffee in my cup and my purpose is talking. I open my planner, I breathe and believe. This week has blessings waiting on me. No more rushing, no more delay. I'm taking my power back today with every goal and every line. I'm building my business one block at a time. I don't move by pressure, I move by design. I don't waste my moments, I honor my time. My vision is clear, my focus is strong. This is the week I've been waiting on. I am the architect of my time. With every hour I build my dream. My plans have purpose, my schedule has power. I'm crafting my life one brilliant hour. One line decision, one bold move, one faithful step. I've got something to prove. I rise, I plan, I build, I shine. Plansational Sunday. This week is mine. I'm not just busy, I'm moving with grace. Making room for profit, peace and space. My business is growing, my mindset is new. I'm showing up for what I'm called to do. Emails, content, clients and sales. I've got a plan so I cannot fail. Even when life tries to pull me away, I come back to purpose and plan my day. Pressure, I move by design. I don't waste my moments, I honor my time. My vision is clear, my focus is strong. This is the week I've been waiting on. I am the architect of my time.
Grab your coffee and let's plan with purpose. This is Plansational Sunday. And this week, we build.
Good morning, and happy Plansational Sunday. We are back live, and I am so happy that you have decided to join us. If you are here live with me, go ahead in the comments and hashtag live. I am so happy to be back with Plansational Sunday. As again, I am still setting up my new studio and all the new features, but I could not delay and come back and share with you guys just so many things that we as business owners, we as just individuals, even if you are working a side hustle, or even if you are working this business full time, there are some things that we have to understand and be better at and plan a lot better. So, in this format of Plansational Sunday, we are going to just get into the business, and the topic is very clear this week. We're going to be talking about getting clarity through the pen. And many times, it's we get onto live, we watch a YouTube video, and it becomes about adding more things. It's like, man, I gotta add one more thing to do to my to-do list. But today is about bringing all of those ideas and all those thoughts and all those things that you have watched and reviewed and talk about into a place of alignment and clarity. And so I know that many of you may be feeling scattered. I know many of you may be feeling like, oh my God, I just have too many ideas. Like it's just too many directions going on, too much noise, because that'll happen if we spend time going down the rabbit hole of YouTube, going down the rabbit hole of ChatGPT. Sometimes we go there for a question and we expect the answer. Then it prompts us and say, well, do you want this too? Do you want that too? And then before we know it, we are down that rabbit hole of AI with all these solutions, but then we feel so overwhelmed that we don't execute. Is that resonating with anybody? So too much noise. Returning to We need to return to a place where we are planning, we're writing things down, and we are being intentional. Have you ever been busy? Or have you ever feel like you just had so much stuff going on that you missed the point of being intentional? But today we're going to pause and we are going to just take a moment to get back into our intentionality. And I can say that by start off by saying that over the last past couple of months, like just 2026 have been so much for so many people. So many ups and downs, so many thoughts, so much new stuff coming out that sometimes we can feel like we're not making progress. Sometimes we feel like our whole day has gone, but yet we're not accomplishing the goals that we have set out to do. And so today I really want to help you guys to understand it's not that you need to create more. What you need to do is sit in a space and take all of your ideas, align it, and set intention behind it. So, not creating more because it doesn't equal more money. Not creating more content is not going to equal more money. Not getting more platforms is not going to equal more money. Not getting more projects is not going to get more money. But what we need to do is get out of the confusion, because when we are confused, that is less money. Whenever we're stuck trying to create something, that is not income coming into our problem. So the problem isn't that you need to create more. The problem is that you haven't fully built out what you already have. How many of you got some great ideas? How many of you got some chats that you need to go back to and resonate on? How many of you have journals and planners that you wrote something last year? You wrote something at the beginning of the year, but you have allowed just the noise around you. You've allowed people around you to take you off course and take you into places that you had no business being. And so what we have to do is get quiet enough to be able to hear to be able to hear everything that we're supposed to be doing. But a lot of times in that quiet space, we allow family, friends, situation, people, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok to come in and tell us what we should be doing during that time. A lot of us have unfinished ideas. How many courses have you began to create? How many lead magnets have you set out to put out, but it never got put out? How many of you have amazing business ideas, notebooks filled with so many things, but yet and still, you're still stuck in the same place of no growth and not having the money to equal the ideas, equal the thoughts that you actually have? I've met with hundreds of business owners who have amazing ideas that you don't know about yet, that the world don't know about yet, because they allow people, places, and things to keep them in a place that does not allow them to sprout and grow. So I need for us to just take a moment, and we need to get out those notebooks. I even have mine's right here. We need to take a moment, get out our notebooks, get that paper and pen in front of us. And what we need to do is we need to dump out all the things that our heart and our mind know we're supposed to do. Just write it all down. After you write all of those things down, ask yourself what's actually important to you. What of those things are creating stress for you? What is actually unfinished? What doesn't belong in this space anymore? And what should I delete? So when we're sitting down and getting that clarity, we have to sort through, because there's things that are in your mind or situations that you're in that don't serve the purpose anymore. There's things that we put on our vision board at the beginning of 2026 that we have gotten so far away from, and that we have started doing things that don't no longer serve us, and we need to go back to the original vision. And then you have some people on here that put things on their vision board because they were in that space and that mindset at that particular time. But life has taken us on a different course, or life has developed and grown us and taught us some things that we need to create a new vision board. We are mid-year. I can't even believe that I'm saying this. I remember being live at the beginning of January, kicking off the year, creating the vision board. How many of you have looked at that vision board? How many of you have gone back to it? Because to me, when I look at my vision board, and many people say that if you've ever seen some of my posts, it is right by my bed. It is intentional that I look at that every day because it is so easy to get far away from it. How many of you have went back to your vision board and said, this is still serving me? This is the goal that I still want to have. How many of you have replaced things like, you know what? That's not even a dream anymore. I back then I didn't know any better. But here in June, I know better. So how many of you have new vision? This is mid-year. We have 6 months, less than 6 months left in a year. We need to go back to that vision board, find out if we're on track or off track, if we need to recreate the vision, put it back up. Because clarity is not going to be found unless we have clear vision as to where we're going to be going. A lot of us think that clarity is found by adding stuff to us or adding things. But clarity is usually found by removing the things that don't belong, the things that are keeping you from hitting the goals that you even set out to do. There are some goals that I put on my vision board. And the other morning I was meditating and just looking. Actually, I was visualizing. I hadn't started meditating yet. And if you don't know the difference between the two, visualizing is when you look at things to help you remember, to help you realign yourself. So I was doing visualization with my planning board, and I just started really looking into what I said that I wanted, what I got in clarity. Because when I created that vision board, I was in silence, I was in solitude, I was in clarity, and I knew exactly what I was being told that I needed to do. So I went back to visualization and I looked at the things that I wanted to accomplish, the places that I wanted to be, the things that I wanted to create. And I began to just glare into it. And as I was visualizing and looking at those visual cues, I started seeing something that was very clear, a life that I had intended to create in January of 2026. Then I began to call out affirmations. I began to speak out. Some of you guys pray. Some of you guys just affirm, like, this is what I need in my life. This is what I want in my life. But then after that, I got quiet because many of us ask for the answer, but we don't get quiet long enough to receive the answer. So then I began to meditate. I got quiet because I was open to receive whatever needed to be poured into me for me to get or walk towards that thing that I was visualizing. How many of you get quiet enough each morning to receive, to be able to receive the answers to the very questions that you ask? I know many of us will ask, we will pray, we will say, affirmations, and then we will go out and then we just start our day and we're like, okay, the answers are just going to find me. Sometimes the answers can be right in your face, but you cannot receive it because you're not quiet enough. Your mind is not open enough, or you're too busy to receive the answer that you already asked for. Then, when you don't have that clarity and you don't know what's going on, you begin to feel scattered. Everything feels scattered. Like from when someone say, hey, it's time to create content. I just can't. It's just too much going on. It's just too many things in my mind. Your offer becomes scattered. Your energy becomes scattered. And people that feel like that cannot reach the financial goals or the accomplishments that they have set out to accomplish. Money follows clarity. I'm going to say that again. Money follows clarity. Clarity creates confidence. Confidence creates consistency. And consistency creates that cash flow that many of you are looking for. But we can't get there if you're just busy, just grabbing at things, doing things, and just taking all this stuff in, but yet you cannot receive. You cannot receive the instructions. You cannot receive the steps that is going to get you to where you need to be. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so happy to be back at Plansational Sunday. Michaela says that she sit quietly while she drinks her coffee. Let me get my comments up here the right way. We're going to get Plansational Sunday back up the way that we had it at first. So there we go. We have Michaela that sits quietly while I drink my coffee and she checks her calendar next. Yes, we have to take that time to sit and hear. And I'm talking about uninterrupted time. And we have to get back. I love my digital tools, but when I'm getting into my clarity time, all I have is my pen and paper. That's it. My pen and paper, and I'm sitting down and I'm writing down my thoughts. I do this before I go to bed, and then I reflect back on them in the morning because sometimes things are in my mind that have no place to be there. And when I rise the next morning and I begin to look at what I wrote, I'm like, why am I even doing that? Why am I even taking time to complete that thing or put time into that thing and it's not even aligned to the vision that I casted at the beginning of the year? So we have to have time to do that. So right now, I want you guys to get in the place of refocus. Ask yourself, what is one thing that deserves your attention this week? Maybe that thing that has been getting away from you. Not 5 things, not 10 things, but that one thing that deserves your focus this week. And if you're worried, thinking about like, what is that one thing that deserves my focus? Go back to your vision board. And if it's still not making sense, it's time to recreate a vision board. And that should be the one thing that you are focused on this week. And then ask yourself, what would actually happen if I finish that thing? Finish it to completion. Yes, 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 Jenna. You haven't seen me in a while, but I'm back. You can catch me. Plansational Sunday, guys. I take time off to do the very things that I teach you to do, to get quiet, to get clarity, to realign myself to the things that really matter. Because just like everybody else, we have those distractions. We have those things that pop up to pull us away from the vision. But this is the season to get refocused. So, what happens if you actually begin or finish that thing? What if you actually set that thing up and you look at your vision board and you say, you know what? I am doing the thing that's going to lead me to where I said I wanted to be. So I need my passionpreneurs to come back to realignment, to come back to the center. And you have to constantly repeat this over and over, completing that full brain dump, choosing that project, working only on that project for 7 days to be able to get it done, crafting out time to complete that thing on top of the work that we already have. Commit to not watching any new lesson on YouTube. Commit to not reading or doing anything new. Commit to going back and finding that one thing that we need to work on. I say this all the time. If you just take the time and just go back and open up your chat GPT and read some of the stuff that you have already created, a lot of solutions, millions of dollars are just laying there in the chat. If you go back to some of your old notebooks and read what you wrote, if you go back to your old flash drives, if you go back to your computer, to your Dropbox, your Google Drives, and start reading some of the stuff that you wrote, there are millions of dollars just sitting there waiting to be hatched. But you have to be committed enough to lock into it. You have to be committed enough to lock into it. With clarity becomes so much intention. And a lot of us are walking around every day on repeat, like it is Groundhog's Day, the movie I'm talking about, just on repeat, and unintentional. Just drifting through this earth with no purpose, no plan, just there, just doing the things that everyone expects you to do. You're just on repeat. Ask yourself, are you intentionally moving today? Does your plans have purpose? Have you even sat down to even map out what each day is going to look like? If you have a pen and paper, I want you guys to take heed to the formula. At least at the top of the week. At the top of the week, you sit down and you just reflect. Reflect on your past week. What actually happened last week? And a lot of us have more time than we want to give time credit for. We spent that time on the phone. We spent that time talking to friends. We spent that time watching a show. So when people tell me I don't have time, I tell you to go back and reflect. Reflect on the days that have passed. Write down what are some things that you could have accomplished. What are some things you did accomplish? And so I want you guys to just reflect on that time. Then I want you to look at where you're at right now and how much time you have ahead of you. The 7 days that you have ahead of you before we come back here to Plansational Sunday. And those are a lot of hours that are going to be coming up. What would you like to accomplish in those hours? When you sit down and you write down look at your reflection of where you were. Write down where you want to go. What do you want to accomplish? After you write down what you want to accomplish, I want you to go back to your vision board. And I want you to look at that list and distinctly point to the things that list is going to actually bring about. Don't be delusional and say, oh, well, I'm doing this and it's going to event. I want you to be crystal clear. Is what I'm writing down that's coming up in this upcoming week going to align me to the things that are on my vision board? And yes, many of us may have 9 to 5 jobs. Many of us may have what I call, like, those are the funding sources. Many of us may have committed clients. And those are things that we have to do in order for us to bring in income until our business gets up and going. But when we look at that list, outside of those things, are the actions that we are about to take going to bring us closer to the vision? If the two does not meet or they don't align, either one or two things, you need to rewrite the vision or you need to change the plans. Something ain't connecting. And this is why in December of every year, so many goals become unreached because mid-year, we don't take the time to do the reality check. And I have found myself working on things that I'm creating and doing. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. What are we doing here? These hours that I spent building this, what does that have to do with the vision? And it's like, oh, it's something that I heard, something that I saw that pulled me away, that said I needed to be doing this thing over here. And this thing over here has nothing to do with the clear vision that I am supposed to be moving towards. Get out of whatever zone you're in that is not bringing you to the vision. So after you write those things and you compare those things down, then you start asking yourself, how do I accomplish this? And the way that you accomplish that is by sitting down and giving it a date and a date and a time that you're going to actually do it. Even if it means setting that reminder in the phone. I have so many reminders in my phone to say, hey, stop what you're doing and move on to this thing. Stop what you're doing and get this done. We have to be that intentional. Why? Because we only got 6 months left. And some of us want to hit some big goals. And when I tell you, you can do it, it only takes the next 90 days to get it right. But if we start right now, realigning ourselves to our vision, the next 90 days can be so transformational that we can spend the last 90 days of the year enjoying instead of hustling and bustling, trying to get those goals done to accomplish what we should have been doing all year long. This right here is a reality check. This is mid-year reality check to bring you back to the very thing that you set out to do. A lot of times I do something, it's called a staycation, a solopreneur day. And I've shared this with people year after year after year, taking one day, cutting everything off. And for me, doing that at home or in my office is just not doable. Why? Because I'll get distracted, and because I'm a helper, I'll start helping people with different things. I'll start working on different projects. I get away to a hotel, even if you get like it for a day or for a night or just one day. And I get in that space. And the first thing that I do when I come in is I dump everything out. Like, I get everything out of my mind. I get everything that I want to do. Then I spend time just looking at it and staring at it. Then I pull out that picture and I ask myself, okay, all these things that I'm doing, is it moving me closer to where I'm going? And a lot of times the answer is no. And I have to start removing things, because removing all that weight, closing those tabs, creates space for the ideas that need to flourish to actually grow. Okay. Whenever plants grow, it can't grow if it's smothered with things that are toxic, smothered with things that don't belong. But as soon as that debris and those things are removed, that plant can grow and flourish. And a lot of things that are in our mind are toxic. A lot of things are smothering. A lot of things just don't belong there. And we need to get it out so that we can create space to develop the systems and things that we need to be able to move forward. So that is when I start just throwing stuff away. And then I look at that and I say, okay, well, what should I be doing? What should I be doing right now? And then I get quiet and I get that notebook out and I sit back, and you will be amazed at the solutions that I begin to get. Some of you guys may not be in a financial place to do that right now, but you have a quiet house during the day and you need to block off 8 or 9 hours to do that. Some of you guys may have family and friends where you're like, okay, I just need to come and spend a night in one of your guest rooms. I promise, whatever, I won't make any noise. I just need to get away from the loudness so that I can arrive at the place that I set out to arrive at. Can you imagine going on a road trip and saying that you want to go somewhere that's like 5 hours away, and 30 hours later you are just down the street from where you set off? That's just not, it doesn't make sense. Neither does setting goals at the beginning of the year and 6 months in not even being 2 steps from where you said you wanted to be. We have to go back to it. We have to make these plans, and we have to be intentional, and we can't let nobody or nothing throw us off track. There's too many ideas sitting in the community. I always say it's trillions of dollars sitting in my passionpreneur community, but it just hasn't been developed yet because we haven't been intentional enough. I say that everybody that I know that I have tied myself to and attached myself to are billionaires. They just haven't pulled it out enough to be able to reach. It's sitting there. It's within reach. I'm not talking about thousandaires. I have millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires sitting right here in the chat. But they're worried about the wrong thing. Things that are not going to get them closer, things that are not serving them. They're worried about things that they're trying to create, but it doesn't even need to be recreated because they've already recreated it. All they have to do is just pull it out and just dust it off and put it out there to the people. You will be amazed at the things that I found when I got quiet and stopped trying to create new stuff. When really, in actuality, it's not new stuff that I needed to do. I needed to recreate what already existed and make it a little bit more conducive to the life that I live now. And that's where we're at. So, with this Plansational Sunday, I do want it to be a pause for clarity for you. I want you to stop adding things that don't belong. I want you to lean in to who you know you're supposed to be. Who are you called to be? And a lot of times, if we just take a look at that vision board, all of those things that we wanted, we desired, the places that we wanted to be, the things that we wanted to accomplish is right there. And we just need to get ourselves back on track. And now is the time. We're going to end this year with a win. We're going to end this year together. And every Sunday, I'm going to remind you that you need to get yourself back on track. I have a challenge for you guys this week, and it's called the done list. Not the to-do list, the done list. The things that you got done. And I want you to just keep an ongoing list of the done things. Put it on your desk, put at the top of it, to done. This is my to done list. And so list out all those things. I don't care if it is that you did a brain dump and you hadn't done one in a long time. I don't care if it is you got up that morning and did your hourly planner. I don't care if it is that you went back and found an old course that you created and you set a date to release it. Everything that you got done, I want you to list it out. Then when we come here on Sunday, we're going to take time to celebrate what was done, what got done over the week. And when you start focusing on that done list, those list of things that you actually accomplished, it'll get you excited. It'll get you motivated to keep going. As opposed to looking at the to-do list and the things that you didn't accomplish, we need to really focus on celebrating the things that we did accomplish. And me, now I get excited, not just crossing those things off my to-do list, but putting them in the things that I got done. And a lot of things that I get done wasn't even on the to-do list. But those are things that are worth celebrating. Those are things that are worth giving yourself a high five for. Those are the things that are worth saying, yes, I may not have thought to write this down on my to-do, but I got it done. And it is going to bring me closer to what I want to accomplish. And at the end of the week, you know what else my done list does? It lets me know if I am actually moving towards the vision. It lets me know. What did you actually get done, Carolyn, this week? What did you accomplish? What did you get put out there? What did you create? What did you recreate? What did you dust out and bring back again? And are those things aligned to where I'm going? So if you guys could just commit to that one thing that you are going to lock into this week, and I would love for you to drop it in the chat. What is one thing that you are going to lock into? What is that one thing that you have been saying that you were going to do, but you didn't do it? What is that one thing that is going to get that clarity, that blurriness, that fuzziness out of the way, and allow you to really lean in to that vision that was given to you? All right. So in the chats, I want you guys to just go ahead and drop what's that thing that you're going to lock into. What is that thing that you are going to lock into this week as we're coming up on a half of a year? And I'm telling you guys, I'm just telling you right now, some of you guys need to get back into your vision. You need to go back and either revisit it, or what you need to do is recreate it, or it doesn't serve you anymore. I remember when I used to create my vision board, and sometimes when I created my vision board, it came from a place of scarcity, right? It came from a place of thinking that this is all that I could accomplish. It came from a place of, oh, I bet not say that out loud. Or, oh, people are going to laugh when you say that. And now I'm just bold out there. I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. This is how much I'm going to make. These are the things that's going to get me there. And a lot of times we have the vision, but we don't have the plan. And somebody needs to hear that. Sometimes you have the vision, like you can actually see and feel yourself in that thing, but you don't have the plan. And the reason why you don't have the plan is because you haven't got quiet enough to receive the steps that you need to accomplish that plan. Wisdom can come to you, but without understanding of how it's going to be carried out, will have you lost, have you confused, and making you think that your vision is not what you're supposed to accomplish. And that is how people get in and steal your vision from you and give you somebody else's vision. So I need you guys to lock in to accomplishing intentionally accomplishing that thing that has been sitting there on your shoulder, that thing that we want so bad. Okay. We are going to end this. If you've never joined me on Plansational Sunday, we started off with our new Plansational song that I am like uberly excited about. It just hearing it is it brought back the vision of why I set out to do Plansational Sunday. So again, we always end with our affirmation. And if you guys would repeat after me as we wrap up Plansational Sunday, if you have to go back and rewatch this at the very beginning, I can tell you got to look crazy at the very beginning with my intro, only because I got a new spin deck, and so it did kind of repeat a little bit. But just take a look at that song and let it sit in your heart as a song to remind you that every week we have to set intention and get our mind right as we come up. So here we go. I am the architect of my time. Listen, you say it. I am the architect of my time. With every hour, I build my dreams. Okay, now you say it. With every hour, I build my dreams. My plans have purpose. Now you say it. My plans have purpose. My schedule has power. You said, my schedule has power. And I can tell you guys, I'm gonna pause right here in this affirmation. I want you to understand that you're in control of your time. You're the architect of it. Every day that you wake up, every day that you have breath in your body, you can architect the time. Every hour that you spend on this earth should be about building your dreams, your vision. Your plans shouldn't just be things that you write down for other people and other things, but they should have purpose. And when they're on purpose, they're aligned to the vision. All right. So everybody say, my schedule has power. I craft my life. Listen, you have decisions. You have decisions. You craft your life. You do that by one aligned decision. Every time you make a decision, and it's aligned to that vision, you're crafting your life. One bold move. So, one aligned decision, one bold move. So, not just making the decision to do the thing, but actually getting up and actually moving and doing the thing that you said you decided to do to craft your life. One brilliant hour at a time. See, seconds becomes minutes, minutes becomes hours, hours become days. So every brilliant hour that you decide to move, to align yourself towards your vision, you are architecting the life that you decided to live. So we're going to say that affirmation one more time. You guys can just repeat after me. I am the architect of my time. With every hour, I build my dreams. My plans have purpose. My schedule has power. I craft my life. One aligned decision, one bold move, one brilliant hour at a time. All right. I want to thank you so much for joining me on Plansational Sunday. Every Sunday, I will be here at 5 a.m. giving you guys tools, tips to start your week off the way that it's supposed to be started as business owners, as um I say business owners, entrepreneurs, side hustlers, whatever it is, visionaries. No matter where you're at in your life, Plansational Sunday can have an amazing place for you. So thank you guys so much for being here, aligning yourself to me, aligning yourself to the vision, being a part of the Passionpreneur community, because together we are going to accomplish some amazing, unbelievable things in 2026. So I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to remove the timer, and I'm going to go back to the countdown screen so that you guys have the opportunity to hear the new Passionpreneur song. It's going to bring it back to me, and then I'm going to tell you guys have an amazing day. So let me get that up. So just disregard the counter because the counter is not. And then if you guys are having to hop off, just hop off or begin your brain dump listening to the new Passionpreneur song.
Good morning, Passionpreneurs. It's Plansational Sunday. Before the week begins, we pause with purpose. We don't just hope for a better week, we plan for one. The sun is rising, my dreams are calling. Coffee in my cup and my purpose is talking. I open my planner, I breathe and believe this week has blessings waiting on me. No more rushing, no more delay. I'm taking my power back today with every goal and every line. I'm building my business one block at a time. I don't move by pressure, I move by design. I don't waste my moments, I honor my time. My vision is clear, my focus is strong. This is the week I've been waiting on. I am the architect of my time. With every hour I build my dream. My plans have purpose, my schedule has power. I'm crafting my life one brilliant hour. One line decision, one bold move, one faithful step. I got something to prove. I rise, I plan, I build, I shine. Plansational Sunday. This week is mine. I'm not just busy, I'm moving with grace. Making room for profit, peace and space. My business is growing, my mindset is new. I'm showing up for what I'm called to do. Emails, content, clients and sales. I've got a plan so I cannot fail. Even when life tries to pull me away, I come back to purpose and plan my day. Under pressure, I move by design. I don't waste my moments, I honor my time. My vision is clear, my focus is strong. This is the week I've been waiting on. I am the architect of my time. Every hour I build my dream. My plans have purpose, my schedule has power. I'm crafting my life one brilliant hour. One line decision, one bold move, one faithful step. I got something to prove. I rise, I plan, I build, I shine. Plansational Sunday. This week is mine. What are we doing this week? Following wealth in this week. Moving with power. What are we building this week? Dreams into income. One decision, one bold move. My trillion hour. One brilliant hour. My plans have purpose, my schedule has power. I craft my life one brilliant hour. My time is alive. My dream is alive. This week I rise. This week I thrive. I am the architect of my time. Every hour I build my dream. My plans have purpose, my schedule has power. I'm crafting my life one brilliant hour. One line decision, one bold move, one faithful step. I got something to prove. I rise, I plan, I build, I shine. Plansational Sunday. This week yours. So
All right, this week should be yours. I expect you to rise and shine and go forward and take advantage of this Plansational Sunday and plan out what you want your week to be, because guess what? We're rising, we're shining, and we're building this one brick at a time, but actually it's one brilliant hour at a time. So thank you guys so much for joining me on our return to Plansational Sunday, and I will see you guys next Sunday, but all week in the Passionpreneur community, because I have some amazing things that we are dropping this week to kind of help you grow as a business owner. As always, I am Dr. Carolyn Bobb-Green, and I look forward to training you to succeed in your business. Have an amazing day.